Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq Izzat bin Muhammad Saidin, a university student of Sultan Zainal Abidin. Today, I'm going to tell you about the background of the establishment of Majlis Agama Islam Johor, or we call it MAIJ. Majlis Agama Islam Johor, or MAIJ, was founded in 1925 under the name which is Naqib Zakat. It was placed under the administration of Law Majlis Agama Islam Johor with the implementation of the Islamic Administration Enactment of 1978 and the Johor Islamic Religious Administration Enactment Act 2003. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the functions of the establishment Majlis Agama Islam Johor. Among the early functions performed by the Majlis Agama Islam Johor were to manage religious affairs, provide advice on royal custom, provide education to royal relatives, and also manage the welfare of the Muslim community in Johor. In addition, Majlis Agama Islam Johor MAIJ also focus on their main function, which is managing and administering the Zakat and Fitrah funds and distributing them accordingly. Second one is managing and administering the Baitul Mal property as well. And the last one is managing and administering the Waqaf fund as a trustee Waqaf.
And fellow friends, today I would like to explain about the service that provided by the Majlis Agama Islam Johor, MAIJ. Okay, the first service is collect Zakat and Fitrah from Muslims in Johor. There are two types of Zakat collect in Johor. The first is Zakat on wealth, which is there are 8 types of Zakat on wealth. Okay, the Zakat on wealth is Zakat on income, Zakat on savings, Zakat on business, Zakat on gold and silver, Zakat on agriculture, Zakat on livestock, and like Zakat on mineral or rizaq. The second type of Zakat is Zakat Fitrah. Okay, other than collect the Zakat and Fitrah, MAIJ also distributes the Zakat and Fitrah collection money to the specific Asnaf. Okay, the objective of distribution is make Zakat the foundation for nation development and Ummah. The second is to fulfill the rights responsibility for the Asnaf as specific by Shara. The third is improving the standard of living of the Asnaf in all aspects of life, including spiritual, akli, and physical aspects. The fourth is helps to carry out efforts to strengthen and enhance the appreciation of Islam. The fifth is maintaining and enhancing the dignity of the Ummah. About the 8 categories of individuals eligible for Zakat. The first is the destitute or extremely poor, a person who does not have property and income that can fulfill the needs, which is daruriyat for self and his or her dependents, and not for additional necessity, which is ajiyat and luxuries, tasiniyat, including those who are helpless with causes such as disease. Second category is the poor, fukara, the person who have a job that only fulfills some of his needs but is not enough for self and dependence. The third is the administrators, which is amil. Individuals or institutions involved directly with the zakat institution, either managing and administering collection, as fair, and distributing or overseeing the zakat financial affairs. The fourth is the newly converted to Islam, mualaf, or those who are expected to embrace Islam. Those who are new to Islam and who have achieved the guidance of Islam so that they can feel a sense of dependence for future challenges. The fifth is the debtors, which is garimin. Okay, a person who are in debt to the basic needs for their own family, dependents, or the community, and requires urgent settlement in the accordance with Shara law. The fifth is the slaves and those in bondage, the recap. People who are owned by their masters to enable them to free themselves. And then the seven is the wayfarer or traveler, Ibnu Sabil. People who cut off supplies, expense during their travel, and those who want to start the journey required by Shara. The last is expenditure in the way of Allah. They are fighting, striving, defending, and increase the appreciation and Shia Islam. Okay, next is about the in Johor, they distribute the zakat based on the limit al-kifayah, which means the minimum adequacy of an individual basic needs depends based on current cost of living. The system of distributing to the destitute or extremely poor and poor, whether the original Islam or mualaf that based on the basic needs daruriyah and not needs ajiyat and luxurious needs or of a person according to the Islam for self and a family, his or her dependence on place, time, and social status for the minimum needs. Okay, there are main basic requirements that provide by the Zakat Johor, which is first is eat and drink, second is residence, the third clothes, fourth education, then medical, and last is transportation. Okay, the example, there are few schemes that Zakat organize. First is Hari Raya Haid Scheme, Medical Aid Scheme, Housing Assistance Scheme, and Student Scholarship Scheme. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syahmi bin Hamdan Afandi. I will discuss about how Majlis Agama Islam Negeri Johor give a gift to the Asyraf who live in Johor. Firstly is distribution objective. First, they warned Zakat will be a foundation for nation and development, decided to fulfill the rights and responsibility of other people as prescribed by Islamic law, other than that to improving the standard of living of all Asians in all spheres of life, including spiritual and physical aspects. Otherwise, assist is the effort to strengthen and enhance the expression of Islam. Last is to maintaining and enhancing the dignity of the community. For basic requirement, they have 5 basic requirements which is eat and drink, clothes, residence, lessons, and medicines. They also have many schemes provided by the government to its own people among them. So I would like to list it all. First is Hari Raya Aid Scheme, Monthly Living Assistance Scheme, Medical Assistance Scheme, Housing Assistance Scheme, Self-Help Scheme, IPT Registration Assistance Scheme, Student Scholarship, School April Assistance Scheme, Student Bicycle Assistance Scheme, Student Eyewear Assistance Scheme, Study Free Financing Scheme, Debt Relief Scheme, New Brother Aid and Welfare Scheme, and last is Emergency Assistance Scheme for the emergency case. So program they had is a community service which is organized to enhance the image and role of Majlis Agama Islam in Negeri Johor as an agency responsible for the welfare of Muslims. Through this program, resident is collaboration with local residents can assist members of the community who need assistance directly in designated location. For the Asyraf development objectives is to upgrading the poor to needy and from the receiving charity to the charity payer to identify the potential of Asyraf to be productive to change the situation for the better, to ensure that the Asyraf have their goods in word and in the hereafter, and lastly, to ensure that Asyraf receive Zakat together in cooperation in human development. The target of the Jana Asyraf program is from the poor and needy in Johor State under the Johor Islamic Religious Council. Those who receive self-help are preferred because they have received equipment and capital from the Johor Islamic Religious Council. Asyraf but consistent of Asyraf children are an important hub for Asyraf family cultivation. As such, it is the responsibility of Majlis Agama Negeri Johor to provide guidance, encouragement and support for them to continue working in their education arena to bring light to their families in the future. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muizzuddin Bin Marzuki. For this video presentation, I would like to discuss on how Zakat helping the Asyraf in Johor. Firstly, I would like to discuss the vision and mission of the institution. The vision is towards the formation of prosperous believers, and the mission is to empowering the charity of Zakat towards viable and productive thinking and to create people who are capable of shaping the social of the Ummah. Next, I would like to discuss the purpose of this institution. Number 1, to eradicate poverty, meaning we want to give Asyraf a better life. Number 2, to focus on the socio-economic development of the recipient. As for number 3, the purpose, it is responsible for implementing programs such as courses, training, skills, workshops, motivations, and self-reliance. The next purpose is performed throughout the year at appropriate times. The program's aim is to help those who are registered under the Islamic State Council of Islam in Johor to be independent and out of cocoon of poverty. Last but not least, the purpose is periodically monitor each aid recipient every 6 months to determine the use of the equipment and capital provided to monitor the progress of the unit. Next, we have several objectives of the institution. That is to upgrade this group to the underprivileged and from the charity recipient to the charity payer. Next, to provide an explanation and awareness of zakat assistance regarding the purpose of the relief and responsibility that needs to be fulfilled. Identifying the potential for productivity to be better is the next objective. Ensuring that the asnaf who receive the zakat together cooperate in human development and open the mind and give the beneficiary a boost to try to improve the family's economy and become self-reliant and without relying solely on help are also the objective of this institution. The last objective is provides information on opportunities available from other departments to increase revenue. Next, I would like to discuss on the function of the unit. The first function is to process self-help requests where the institution helps in capital assistance and also equipment assistance. Monitor the flow of independent activity every 6 months and design skill courses for recipients of the Islamic State Council of Islam are the next function, are also the function of the institution. The last two functions are designing motivation courses and improve the quality and productivity of poor people. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Asyraf and today I will explain the challenges to perform zakat in Johor. The first challenges to perform zakat in Johor is actually awareness of people to perform or pay the zakat. People nowadays did not understand the concept of paying the zakat. In fact, they believe that they only need to pay zakat fitrah to purify their belongings. This has become a great challenge to the institution that's responsible to collect zakat. Most people only pay zakat fitrah. This zakat is an obligation for all Muslim in that country to pay 2.6 kilogram worth of rice. That's equivalent around 7 ringgit. They need to realize that there are few more zakat that they need to perform, and it is compulsory for them, an obligation for them to pay and perform the zakat, such as zakat on gold, zakat on property, and zakat on income. There are many more, but I will give you guys an example for the zakat on gold. Okay, for example, zakat on gold, the individual need to pay 2.5% value of the value of gold that the individual have. Thus, they need to purify his gold and belongings. However, people did not realize this obligation because they did not understand that this zakat on gold, zakat on income is also compulsory for them to pay. They only think if you want to purify your belongings, you just need to perform zakat fitrah, but it is not. People need to aware that zakat is compulsory for all Muslim. Thus they need to learn the importance of paying the zakat. The second challenges to performing zakat in Johor is actually people did not understand the new medium to paying the zakat. People are reluctantly to pay the zakat because they believe that if they want to perform zakat, they need to queue up on the counter and perform zakat through ijab and kabul and so on, because they understand the concept of zakat traditionally. However, there are new medium and new option to performing zakat. You can performing and paying zakat through subtraction of your income, through online banking, and through credit card. But they are reluctantly to do this because they believe if you want to perform a zakat, you need to have ijab and kabul. However, through this medium and option, it is still valid. Even though you did not perform ijab and kabul, it is still legitimate. Thus,
there are two main challenges to perform zakat in Johor. The first one, as I explained earlier, the first one is actually the awareness of people to understand the concept of zakat. They only paying zakat fitrah, but there are so many more zakat that they need to pay, such as zakat on gold, zakat on income, and many more. Other than that, they are reluctantly to paying zakat because they believe that if they want to paying zakat, they need to queue up on the counter to perform zakat. But it's actually, zakat has become more easier to pay. You can pay through online banking. You don't need to do anything. You just go to their website and you just can pay zakat through that, and it is valid and legitimate. So yeah, people nowadays need to realize that they have more option, and it is very, very easy for them to perform zakat. That's all from me. Thank you.